Hello everybody, I'm Sigurd Campos and today I'm going to talk about nasty pitches, specifically nasty fastballs and what fastballs are good but not nasty, and what fastballs are considered absolutely filthy, disgusting, whatever you want to call them. So first off, we're going to talk about Jordan Hicks. Jordan Hicks, the relief pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals. Of course, we know this guy throws hard with a capital H. He is a very impressive guy to watch. He's fun to watch as well. He's very, very good with a sinker. So it's easier to have a nasty sinker than a nasty four-seam fastball, and we're going to get that in a second. So Jordan Hicks, the sinker, the grip for the sinker, it's very versatile because you first of all you grab the ball like this. You put your two fingers on top of the seams here, and of course, with the thumb, the thumb is like a joystick for the sinker, because you put it here, you're gonna throw it, and the ball's gonna go that way. If you want just straight downwards movement, you gotta throw it like this, and of course, if you want it to break to the side of your throwing arm, you gotta put your thumb there to put pressure on it, and then boom, it's gonna break like that. So it's a lot easier to have a nasty sinker. And Jordan Hicks has a very, very good sinker. And of course he throws over 100 miles an hour. So imagine throwing a sinker at 100 miles an hour. The thing with throwing a sinker at 100 miles an hour, it's harder than doing it with a four-seamer, because if you grab the ball like this or like this, you don't have that much opportunity for rotation. You gotta curl your fingers around the baseball really, really well, and you need some big hands to actually give the ball enough spin to generate the velocity that you need for the sinker, or to throw it 100 miles an hour like Jordan Hicks. Then of course, if you want to talk about nasty fastballs, I think the nastiest four-seam fastball in the world, Max Scherzer. That guy is freaking crazy. He's of course a three-time Cy Young winner. And the thing with Max Scherzer, normally a four-seam fastball, you're gonna throw it like this, like around the side of the horseshoe, the thumb like this, below the opposing horseshoe, and it's gonna give it a lot of rotation. And of course, rotation. The more rotation you get, the more RPM you get, the harder the harder the pitch. So the thing with Max Scherzer is that I actually can't physically do it. I'm physically unable to do this. He grabs the ball, he separates his fingers like this and creates like an opening between the fingers, and then he grabs the seams and throws it, of course, low three quarters. Max Scherzer's fastball moves. It moves like crazy. It's amazing what that guy can do, throwing 96, 97. You can see that perfectly well when he was playing against the Mets, when he throws his second no-hitter, strikes out 17, and it's basically just playing Powerball, especially early in the game. He was throwing 96, 97, and the ball was moving like crazy. It was filthy stuff from Max Scherzer that day. Of course, the rest of his repertoire is pretty good, except for his curveball, because of course, low three quarters doesn't allow you to throw very good curveballs. But his slider and his changeup, my goodness, those things are freaking filthy. And if you want to talk about nasty fastballs, again, going back to the sinker, you gotta talk about Corey Kluber, especially in 2014 and 2017, when he won the Cy Young Award. That guy was throwing some filthy sinkers. Again, not as hard as Hicks, but he throws around 94 to 96 miles an hour maybe with the sinker, and of course then he can ramp it up a little bit, maybe to 97 with a four-seam fastball. But of course, forcing fastball grip naturally gives you a chance for more rotation, therefore more velocity. So Corey Kluber, he's got a filthy sinker. And the thing with Kluber, it's the thing when you execute the sinker, you have to flick your wrist, not like a curveball, not snap it. You just gotta flick it a little bit. So if you put your thumb here, it's going to go that way. If you put your thumb here, it's going to go that way. And if you put your thumb here, it's going to go straight down. And Corey Kluber is a master at that. He can paint the corners on the bottom part of the strike zone. And that's the advantage with the sinker ball. It's really hard to hit home runs with a low pitch, especially if it's a sinker. And I mean, imagine a low pitch at 95 miles an hour. It's gonna be really hard to hit a home run of that. So that's why Corey Kluber has been successful in this past decade. So what fastballs are nasty now? Aroldis Chapman, for example, he just throws hard. It's just a straight hard bullet at 105 miles an hour. He doesn't throw a nasty fastball. It doesn't move. It's just straight. If you want a nasty pitch from Chapman, check out his slider. That thing is filthy, and it's about 87 miles an hour. So Aroldis Chapman really throws hard, but you cannot think of his fastball as nasty. Now, Josh Hader also throws bullets, 97, 98 miles an hour sometimes on a good day. So Josh Hader, yeah, he throws hard, but his fastball doesn't move. It's just straight. He's got pinpoint accuracy with a lot of velocity, and that's why he's a freaking beast of a reliever. But it's not nasty. It doesn't move enough. And of course, you gotta talk about the best player in baseball for me, the best pitcher, the best player in baseball, Jacob deGrom. His fastball is incredible. The guy can throw 98 miles an hour in the 8th inning, and he's absolutely incredible. But of course, he has to mix it up with a changeup and a slider. Jacob deGrom has to, change up his stuff. Has to mix things up a little bit more because he doesn't throw a nasty fastball. He knows how to place it. Of course, he goes upstairs with a fastball after throwing a low slider or a low changeup, and that messes with the hitter's brain like crazy. So Jacob deGrom, yeah, he's got a good fastball. He knows how to use it because he's a smart pitcher, but he does not have a nasty fastball. It's just a straight hard pitch, a bullet out of that right arm. So yeah, those are examples of nasty and not nasty fastballs, which of course it's whatever you like. You may like a guy that wants to play Powerball like Aroldis Chapman, but doesn't have a nasty fastball, or of course a guy that doesn't throw that hard but his fastball is freaking filthy like Corey Kluber, or Max Scherzer, who sometimes he throws around 94 but he can ramp it up to 98 with a lot of movement, which is disgusting and very tough for the hitters. Yeah, so that's gonna do it. Nasty versus not nasty fastballs. I hope you enjoyed the video. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.